And then we'll get the Super Chats and Bulls list. But Steven Kwan to the 10-day IL. Jay, it's a hamstring injury for a player who plays the style that Steven Kwan plays. It doesn't seem like a big concern, but 10-day, but it's a hamstring. Are you more concerned than what the actual prognosis initially came out
I
as?
always lean on my son when it comes to hamstring injuries because he had them. He had them early in his career before he learned that he was getting them because of his gait, how he was running. He had to scientifically break down his gait and relearn how to sprint. They can be devastating. They can be they're nagging for sure. You know, I've had them. We probably all had hamstrings.
Yeah.
The truth is, I always used to ask my son, well, how do they get better? Rest.
Nothing.
That's it.
Sitting there.
Now, what grade is it? Where is it? That's what's going to determine. But you're right, and I'm glad you put that in the question. For the kind of player he is, when he went out, he had 3 distinctions. He had more hits than any hitter in the American League. He had a higher average than anybody in the American League. And this was a major league best. He hadn't struck out in 74 at-bats.
It's crazy.
Best in all of baseball.
That's crazy.
His game is predicated on his running. He runs the bases well. He plays the outfield. He plays left field really like a center fielder because he runs so well. So I'm very concerned because I don't know. I haven't talked to him. It could be a tweak. Mm-hmm. Tweaks get better in a couple weeks, but it will be there until February of next offseason.
It's almost, I don't want to say this, it's a blessing in disguise because you wouldn't see Manzardo if it was not
You're right.
for this.
That's the silver
Boy
lining
was
here.
hot. Boy had a tweet and he was all the way right. He said, man, that's no reason or excuse why he should be called up now. He should have been up here before Kwan got hurt.
Again, I know that Bull, I agree with Bull. Manzardo should be on this roster. He's better than guys on this roster. But building a 25 is like building a puzzle. And if the piece doesn't fit, it doesn't finish the puzzle. And because of the roster, because of Laureano's salary, and because they're trying to get looks at certain guys that otherwise they lose, if they drop him off the roster, he's gone. So they're going to have to make a decision. If Kwan comes back and Manzardo rakes, he's going to make this easy on the Guardians.
Right.
If he goes 1 for 14 or 1 for 24, he's going to make it really, really easy on them.
Yeah.
But if he rakes and hits a home run and knocks in runs, the Guardians then are going to have to make a decision. And it's going to be a tough pill to swallow, whatever it is. But on the Kwan thing, I wish I could talk to him or talk to someone on the staff about what grade is it and how severe do they think it is. Clearly, the hope for them is that he'll be back in 10 days. That would tell me it's a low grade and it's minor. But if this extends and he's out for longer, that could be an issue for the season. And that would terrify me because you want to find out how important a leadoff guy is to your lineup, take him out of it.
Does Manzardo get a hit in his first game in the big league?
Would, if I'm betting on FanDuel, I would say yes. I would say because he's swinging a bat and your adrenaline is up here. And from what I've seen of him, he's a disciplined. He has good plate discipline. He's not going to dive at a lot of pitches. First thing these guys are going to do is find out how big his zone is.
Yep.
So they're not going to pitch in the heart of the zone. They're going to hit edges and even off. See if he can hold
we got
off.
Super Chats and Bulls list.